Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome to the Dyson Sphere Program, where we don't just take over a planet, nor a solar system, but an entire galaxy to harvest all of its resources and surround a sun in a Dyson sphere, so we can harvest all of its energy. Oh wait, never mind, it's not a galaxy, it's a cluster, whatever, same diff. But anyway, every map is random. We have different solar systems in our world, so we start in one solar system and can expand to others. And each star cluster, though, has black holes, it has blue giants, red giants, and all the other types of stars you can imagine. And the shapes are all different, and it's absolutely insane. And after cycling through some seeds, I found the perfect one. Kappa Delfini. I love it. Sounds Italian. Let's go destroy it.
Welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
The sun. Soon, we'll harvest it and harness all of its power. We'll make the Death Star look like a chump. Look at all of our planets.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development.
Cool. This is our new homeworld. And we're parked next door to looks like a gas giant. There's the lava planet back over there. Dude, our very own planet. It's so lush and green. Look at all the beaches. I can't wait to make it look like a gray blob of death. Oh boy. There we are.
This is Icarus, a lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality.
So yeah, we have a robot that will fly through space and colonize the stars. Cool. But let's look a little bit more at our planet here. Look at that. So like any other factory game, we have resources like copper, we got some coal over there, and oil, and then there's other resources that I have no idea about. I watched a few trailers on the game, and I don't know all too much, but dude, GALACTIC factory automation just sold me, all right? And this is just our first planet. Like, dude, we have this solar system. Nigh the entire cluster. Oh, bud. Isn't that just amazing? All right, though, let's get started. We gotta do a little bit of mining here. Gotta recover our spacecraft thing. Oh, but wait. We're in a robot, so we're dying. We have to actually fuel ourselves, or else we'll be slow. So this is our robot mech. We have like move speed, da-da-da-da. And our rocket ship had some fuel cells for us, so we don't die immediately. But our robot suit eats everything, the trees, the grass, the rocks, it all. So that shouldn't be a problem. Let's just start getting some iron and seeing what we can do with it. There's a whole tech tree here, which is insane. We go to the universe matrix, Dyson Sphere, and we have a billion things in between. Our robot can also get a ton of upgrades too. We can make ourselves a super suit for when we fly around the universe. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's get our first tech, which gives us miners, a Tesla tower, and wind turbines. So early power and mining. And I guess the Tesla towers move power around. Cool. So let's see. Mining in this game's kind of weird.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation.
Yeah. I played factory games once or twice in my day. Let's see here. So Tesla tower, wind power. Ooh, shiny. We got little drones that poop out of our back.
Wind turbine.
Nice.
You have established.
I know. I have established that wind turbine. It is our flag of industry upon this world. And the miners. They're pretty cool. Because when you place down miners in this game, you have to try and cover as many of the nodes as possible. So it's always like a little mini game trying to get like the most efficient mine you can. Oh yeah! And it's so satisfying when you do. And now we have iron. Hooray! And honestly, we're just gonna set this stuff to auto-craft into ingots, and we're gonna go somewhere else. There's a ton of resources in the world, and right now we are on like some kind of sand peninsula, and I don't really want my factory to be here. So, let's take what we got and scoot. Now we're cooking. We got some iron, we got coal, stone, and copper all in one place. Much better. So let's get set up here, and let's see what we want to do. So we got the tech tree. It's a factory game, so we know we have belts and basic logistics. Looks like it has belts, so we want that. Once we get some circuit boards and gears. So if we go into the crafting table, ton of stuff we can possibly do. There's the copper, and magnets, make the magnetic coil. And then for this, it's just 2 ingots together. Easily done. Just gotta yoink ourselves a little bit of that copper goodness. Oh, and that's pretty important. They're vein reserves, i.e. we don't have unlimited resources. So we're pretty much going to literally drain the planet dry of everything, and then we'll be forced off world. There we go. Now we're actually starting to get that research done. So we got belts, we have the sorter, and a box. But if we really want to tango, we're also gonna need automatic smelting and assembly machines. And so begins the dawn of our automation. And things are pretty straightforward. It's kind of like Factorio, where you build a belt, right? And we build our machines right beside. And like Factorio, these sorters work as those arms. So you go from the belt and connect to the machine. They connect to anywhere, so it's all good. So we'll set these to that. And the first thing we want to automate is the belts themselves. So they need the ingots and gears. Well, I got myself a couple of the automation machines so we can do that. We'll have one right here. That'll make the gears, and the other one that will make the belts. And finally, we'll put the belts in a box. And that is our first little setup. And while this is running, we can start to set up everything else, because we really want to automate all these components immediately, or else we have to handcraft them, and handcrafting takes both of our suit power and, more importantly, my time and sanity. Oh, and speaking of our suit power, we're almost dead. Coal? Give, please. And we have a little bit of wood. We're back to the Satisfactory leaf power. Oh boy. Well, that's okay. We'll be able to set up our basics pretty quick here. Especially when we have the power of boops to get everything done immediately. So I brought some of the iron ore over here. We're making more ingots. We're making magnets and copper. And I have some miners mining some stone. So we got like everything together and we're ready to process. So planning our factory, we're gonna be building like our starter factory on this continent. So we'll fill this up with smelters, we'll automate the construction of all of the machines, like miners and stuff like that. And then we'll find another place in the world for our big main factory. Right now, more machines, including some assemblers for circuit boards. Circuit boards, big meme, every factory game. You gotta have them. So we'll put these 2 machines here for that. And with the sorters, we can actually go over lines. So this all works out just fine. And then next up, we're going to want the spicy loops. Spicy loops are these magnetic ring things, which require the magnets and then again, more copper. So we'll copy that recipe, throw you over there, and now we need rings. Bringing over the magnets shouldn't be too bad, because we can actually raise the conveyor belts, like extremely high. So let's just rock and roll with it then. We'll build over the iron line, like directly. Then we can just bring it down and hook it up. Then next up is the gears here. So we'll have another belt going in this direction, and we'll build some more constructors over here. Awesome, setup done. Let's yoink some more of our iron. And we'll set down a power pole, and this is Dunskies. And look at the little icons for items too. They're so basic. But then again, it's like, if you're building on multiple planets, if these had any more detail, they'd be such a lag problem. So it's all good. And then the last starter resource we need is stone. And we use stone to make glass and like stone bricks. And the automation's all basically the same. And that's all of our basic components, except for one. The spiciest one, the most important component of all, the cube. Praise be the cube, the electromagnetic matrix, i.e. our science pack. Because once we get past all of the starter things, we need these science cubes to be researched in the science lab to get all the future tech, like solar panels. And then after we get solar panels, we get into bigger tech with like red matrix cubes. And then there's probably like yellow, white, purple, whatever. Pretty much the exact same concept as Factorio. But yeah, automating science. It is time. So ideally we can get a couple of these labs going here. And we can make all of our science over here. And make a comfy group of 6. So the science labs not only like research, but they also produce the matrix cores as well, out of the spicy coils and the circuit boards. So core creation to the labs, and then we just scoot our items over to feed them. So let's make ourselves a little bit of room here. We also need these items to produce all of our other machines in the game, so don't want everything going to science, but enough to keep the lights on, you know what I mean? And that way, while we go about producing everything else we need in the world, we can advance our research and become smarter every day. But what do we research now? There's so much to do. There's fluids, there's smelting purification. Let's get that. There's steel, pretty important. Better logistics? Sure, why not? And honestly, I think we're just gonna get like every blue science possible. Thermal power? Let me guess, that uses coal and we can use coal power? That sounds pretty nice. Liquids I kinda wanna avoid. Some drive things, sure. Semiconductors, why not? Oh, and super, super important, environment modification. That's like the most omega important thing. Eventually, when we make our mega factory, we're gonna need a ton of space, of course, right? And one bad thing about our home world is there's water all over the place. So we're gonna have to fill in like a huge, huge, huge area to make it suitable for our mega factory. Oh, and that's super cool. The research is in like hashes per second, like the Bitcoin mining kind of thing. Well, I love little details like that. And I also like the little detail that our matrix labs are not fast enough, meaning we should upgrade them. Let's make another 6 and start stacking. There we go. And I'm pretty sure that just doubles production. And if we press P, we'll be able to tell. So research, 80.9 hashes per second. And yep, there you go. There's the big jump from adding on all of the stuff. Oh, that's so cool. It's like our local planet, the system, and other planets, entire star cluster. Oh, bud. The Dyson Sphere progress. Make sails, structure points, cool. Power is looking really, really bad. We should deal with that soon. And production. Let's deal with the easiest thing first, power. And guess what? When you have a planet and wind turbines, that's not really a problem. You just spam more and more and more across the entire planet's surface. Why not? They're cheap to build, they make enough power. Boom, power, easy, right? Maybe? Power graph? It's looking good now, it's looking good. Oh, also, I was randomly researching through mech upgrades, and check this out. Boy, we're flying. We have a freaking jetpack. We can't fly into space yet, but brother, we can fly everywhere else, and we move a lot faster. And we can fly over some of the other new things I did, like this new stone mine, where I brought the stone way over this way, and I made some steel as well, which is pretty much just re-smelting iron into steel. Then we made some stone bricks over here to make some foundations, because we are getting close to the point of making our main actual factory here. The only other thing that I'd really, really like is to not handcraft ever again. So, the factory has been reorganized into the first galactic bus, if I made a bus. So all the items that we've been producing have ended up here now. And we're also making some energetic graphite. Essentially, it's just like better coal. So yeah, I guess we can burn that later. We got some thermal power stations, so I guess we could make like a thermal power plant later on. But no, handcrafting numero uno. So we're gonna be setting up a nice little factory right over here. Oh, and this thing, this is just another recharging pole. If I stand near it, it charges my mech up faster. And apparently this is used for like long range like power. It's like you can see the power is going all the way over here. Yeah. So when we make a big factory somewhere else on the planet, we'll use those to transfer the power easily. But again, one thing at a time. We have everything to automate. Oh, we have solar panels? I didn't even notice that one. We'll be spamming those up soon too. No, automate first. So we're gonna make this nice and organized and easy to fly to. So let's start with making an organized area. We'll just straight up have constructors or assemblers, whatever they're called, just in a row here. We'll throw a box in front, and this is gonna be kind of like a pseudo storage room. And when I say pseudo storage room, I mean it's gonna be our storage room. So just do that, and then mirror it on the other side. Oh no, what is this? Why? Why are you not lining up? Brother? Hello? I don't know why that is. Oh my gosh, it's like on an angle, but why? Oh my gosh, this is a square grid. We're on a round planet. No, no, my OCD, please. What's going on here? This is the top of the planet. Oh my gosh, what? What? We can't build on the top of the planet? What's going on? What? 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 Oh my God. I'm going to have to get over my OCD. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any because holy, this is gonna turn into the greatest spaghetti we've seen thus far. I've tried to keep it organized, guys, but it's just gonna get so bad. We must embrace it. We have to embrace it. Whew, okay. Well, what are we automating first here? Well, we definitely want belts somewhere else. We'll build the belts down here now. Get rid of our first setup that we made earlier. We're gonna want the sorters for sure. The Tesla towers are gonna be super important as well. And of course, the assembler making assemblers. And then these are the other things I could think of right now. I just wanna get the spaghetti started and see where we end up. All right, well, first half done, and it could look worse. It's not too bad, right? Guys, I'm so sorry, but I was very, very wrong. It started out so nicely on the first side, but then I made a critical design flaw. You see, having both things mirrored on both sides, like having the storage chests here and then on the other side, meant I had to bring the belts around. And that's when everything just started to go wrong. And we ended up with the great spaghetti. It's just a complete disaster. Because everything was fine on this side, but then when we had to bring everything to the other side, I was like, wait a second, how do we bring things around? The height differences, what do we do? Oh no, we have to go higher, we have to go lower, we have to squeeze everything through where we possibly can. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Luckily though, our main objective was complete. You see, it's always darkest before the dawn. And now we have all of like our critical items all right around us, around our recharging power pole, and we can easily access everything. So definitely lesson learned for when we get to like our actual main base. Don't do this. I'm just gonna make everything in a nice clean row and it's gonna look super spicy. But we'll have to live with this for now. But to make up for the spaghetti, I tried to make something nice and organized down here with this new iron node. And I made a nice little steel plant and an iron plant for other things. I also expanded over here where we're making those floor tiles because we're gonna need a lot of them. And pretty much this entire iron node is now making these. We're gonna have a quadrillion of these. Soon, soon, soon. But another problem was our power. So the Satisfactory's fine right now because this has been running over here for a while and all of the boxes are filled. But when this was running, it was a complete disaster. Like if you look at this power graph, you can see that our capacity is about 20 megawatts, right? And the demand right now is 6. However, if everything was on, it would be this. So we are in a bit of a conundrum. We need a lot more power. As I showed earlier, we did get the new power plant, I just never did anything with it. What was that, the gas one? Thermal power station, this guy. So we're gonna start making a ton of these. fact, we already have 1 from when we did the research, and let's just try and make 12. We have this nice iron node right to the north of our base, already near our other power plant area. So hey, why don't we just turn this into a power plant? Good plan? You better believe it. So miners, move out, and let's connect them all together and get this show on the road. Oh, wait. There's also this thing too, a splitter. So we've been kind of moving everything around just with the sorters, but there is a splitter, and it works just like the splitters in Satisfactory. And in this situation, it's gonna be super, super handy because we have 3 miners, right? So we'll have 1 of them move into here, and it'll merge with the other 2 miners. Because this is gonna be our power plant, it's pretty important that we have things relatively evenly distributed. Like, I haven't cared about any of the numbers or production rates yet in this game, because this is just kind of our starter setup. But still, I do not want our power grid to die. That would kind of suck. And hold up, no, we're not doing that again. We're not going back to the spaghetti. I tore this all down, and I rebuilt it into a nice organized setup. So the belts are rebalanced without the splitter, and all of the coal is being turned into the energetic graphite, i.e. the better coal fuel. And all of it ends up on 1 line going to here, so we're kind of overloading the line, but that's fine. We could probably upgrade it later. And we're gonna start building our power plants over this way forever. So we can run off coal for a very, very long time. Power grid, very weak. And we need like 60 megawatts or whatever. So we're gonna make this power plant very strong. And we're just gonna start building these out this way. They're pretty chonky machines, but again, we have a planet, so may as well go a little crazy. I also really like how these machines look. It reminds me of Satisfactory. It's like our red and white colors. It's so quaint. The only thing now is hopefully the amount of coal we're producing is enough for all these power plants. Oh, wait a second. Of course this power plant can handle things. Our entire factory is taking like 6 megawatts, right? It's like nothing. And okay, there we go. We more than doubled our power grid. Look at that beautiful blue. So total energy consumption. Wait, is that over the entire course of the game? What does that mean? I don't know actually. Maybe that's not for our factory. Regardless, we are good for power. And we have all of the items automated now. So you know what? We can start on our main base. And also maybe go to space. Anyway though, that's gonna be all for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.